Welcome to the Riskmeter batch demonstration. My name is Turgeon, and today I plan on showing you how to prepare your batch spreadsheet, upload it to the batch website, and retrieve your batch results. We'll also be looking at some of the custom maps we can create for you here at Riskmeter. If you have any questions following this demonstration, I can be reached at 1-800-746-7797. My email address is listed here as well as rturgeon@cdsys.com. 1 second. What I'm going to do is load my web browser through the application, and we will get right onto the batch website. Okay, I'll simply type in riskmeter.com. Riskmeter website for the single location. Now, if you want to run a batch, there's this box over here on the left. If you click that, it gives you a little information about the batch tool, how it works. It's actually a separate website with the URL is down here. It's batch.riskmeter.com. So I'm going to click this. And this is the batch website. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to log in. So I'm going to click Start Batch. It's going to prompt me for my username and password. If you do not currently have a username and password to the batch website, please contact your account representative and they can set that up for you. Before we continue, I want to point out this how to prepare a batch input file, which is the same as the eHelp file. If you click on one of these, outline everything you need to do and everything you need to know about running a batch. So we have different pictures here of templates to prepare your batch spreadsheets. Written out instructions of what we want your spreadsheet to look like. If you can continue to scroll down, it'll take you step by step through the whole process. So now I'm going to open up an Excel spreadsheet and we will prepare and submit it. Okay. We will look at a an Eastern batch at this time where we're not running any catastrophe modeling. So a standard batch for 99% of the reports, this is what the spreadsheet must look like. We need 5 columns with these correct headings. A column can be a record ID. Record ID is just a unique value that represents each address. So if you have policy numbers, you can put those in. If you're doing homeowners or commercial, you can put like the company name or the homeowner's last name. If it's not important to you, you can number it 1 through how many of your addresses you are running. So that's column A, record ID. It could be a street with the streets below, C is C with the cities, date with the abbreviation of the state, zip with the zipper below. Once you get 5 columns in the correct headings, the next thing is how you save the file. You can either save it as a 2003 Excel file, a 2007 or 2010 Excel file, or a text tab delimited. So hit File, Save. At this point, my spreadsheet is ready to be uploaded to the batch website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. We'll hit Back. I'm going to check this box because I prepare my batch. I'm going to hit Next Step. Enter my contact information. The most important part about the contact information, email address, because this is where the results are going to be sent to. So always take the extra second to make sure email is correct. Come down here. I have a list of reports in order for this batch. I have one saved, so I'm just going to run like a shoreline and a flood determination, and then come to the bottom and hit Next Step. Here's where we upload the file. So step 3 is just simply hitting this Choose File, Batch. So I did on my computer. Space batches, so you do have the ability to run that long, but at this point we're going to run the address space. I want it coming back in Excel. So what I'm going to do is hit Validate Batch. this point, if there are any errors in my formatting, it will let me know right here, and it won't let me submit the batch. However, since I don't see any red text, I do have the ability to click this button. I know my formatting is correct, and I'm going to submit my batch through. Step 4 is saying, thank you for submitting your batch. Here's your reference number. And say print this page, because in case you need to call in looking for your batch, it's very helpful for us if you have this number available. At this time, what's going to happen is you're going to get an email from the batch website. It's going to look something like this. You're going to get a first email that says, thank you for submitting your batch. Here's that reference number. Once that's just complete, you're going to get a secondary email saying just complete with an Excel attachment of the results. So all you have to do is double click on this and the results will open. Now what I'll do is I'm going to open the results that I have saved on my computer. Oh, I want that page. I'm sorry. We'll go back, open. Results come back looking something like this. Excel spreadsheet, you're going to have the locations you've entered. Continues to the right, the locations confirmed, just like the regular Riskmeter. The geocoding accuracy, so you can see F5, first two characters, so that's a very good accuracy match. Continue to scroll to the right. The first report we ordered, which was the distance ashore, and you can see here's the result of that test. There might be a couple extra columns compared to the regular individual Riskmeter page, such as this. This is just an XML coding. It's the third report we offer, so if you just delete that off your spreadsheet. Upper bound just gives you the upper bound of the result. You can see this one's in feet, so the upper bound is in feet. And the zone index just tells you which bucket we measured from. So if like this said within 100 feet, that would be the first bucket, so you see a number 1 here. If they're important to you, you can just delete them right off your spreadsheet, and this 2 columns is the same information that you would receive on the regular Riskmeter report. As you continue to scroll to the right, you can see the next report you ordered, which was, in this case, the flood zone determination. Again, just the fourth test. This is the SFHA. You're outside or inside the special flood hazard area. Are you nearby multiple flood zones? You can see like this is out, but it is near the flood zone, so you get a warning within 500 feet of the zone. Continue to scroll to the right. The community number, the community name, the zone. Here's the panel number, the date. All the way to the right, there's a link. What you can do through this link is view the individual Riskmeter page in case you want to look at maps and the aerial photos and use a manual placement or the tools we have built in to the individual site Riskmeter. So for instance, it would be put to good use for this location here because it says we're outside the flood zone or within 500 feet of a different flood zone. So maybe you want to look at an aerial photo, make sure your subject or the point we were returning information for is exactly over the rooftop of the house. And it's just a link that you can do further analysis with each individual location even though you ran it in a batch. So what you do is you click on this link, it's going to ask you for your username and password just because a lot of people customize their reports. So you want to make sure we have your account settings, pre-fill the address for you. At that time you can run other reports, but if you run the same reports you ordered through this batch, you will not be charged again. So that sums up the batch processing. It's just preparing an Excel spreadsheet, uploading the batch website, and then the results will come back in the same format in Excel with the data appended to the right. Some of the things we can do with Excel and taking your batches and them into customized maps. So what I'm going to do right now is just show you some examples of different maps we've put together for customers. You can see the same one is it's a storm surge map where it gave us the total insured values, and we located the different locations on the map laying over the storm surge layer. Here, breakdown of TIVs for California earthquake zones. So we marked each location and we classified the total insured value by each zone. Scroll down. Here's a flood map. You can see of a location and how the flood zone runs. We have different and MMI contours, the whole United States MMI map, different shoreline things, marking locations, showing you the things we're measuring to are actually considering to be coastline. Continue down. Here's a different storm surge map. Some of the new Madrid. Down to TIVs by California. Laying policies according to wind pools in Tier 1 counties. So you have a batch. You want to see all your locations on one map, and you maybe want to something on top of it, such as storm surge or Tier 1 or wind pools or things like that. We can set that up for you. That concludes the demonstration today. Again, here's my contact information, so if any questions do come up, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope this was helpful.